35 feet away from everybody.
Okay.
You know. And I'm gonna use my healing word to heal myself, because holy hell. At 4th level. That sucks. My god, look at that.
There's no bueno.
Oh no.
No
Oh,
bueno
and my
there.
computer's being such a bitch right now. Lagging the hell.
Needs more Dorito.
There we go.
So we'll just
I can't see any.
you are past the line now.
Yep.
Okay, well you can't go that way. It's just straight that way.
Okay.
Whoa. Alright, so you're almost caught up to Kurg. It's kind of... This is like one of those levels in a game where you get to the end and by some magic reason the enemy stops following you. Because they're like, ah, them bastards, they got away.
Despawn zone for the win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the half dragons like all come up here and they're like, ah, and then Elangdrados is like, nah. They hate it and they go back to their business. But you guys wouldn't know because you're too busy running like hell. Some of you flying. You have escaped the impending death that was very clear at the camp. Oh, good job, guys. I told you you'd do it.
Just run.
I told you there was like, you know, two ways out.
Yeah.
You guys could have gone to the cave, you know? You could just went to the cave. There's only 2 guards there. Come on. You could have went to it.
Yeah, but we don't know what's in there.
Oh, man. Don't worry about that.
I'm sure we'll find out later.
Alright, so you guys heading back to Green... Or no, wow. I almost read the location from the book. You guys heading back to Kaimal?
Yep. I'm gonna try and heal the monk. I don't know if he's hurt or something.
Is it do we have to take a rest before getting there, or is it a straight shot?
I mean, there's a few days, like,
Okay,
or no, it was like half a day or something.
Good. No reason to rest.
Definitely take a rest.
You guys want to take a rest?
Yeah, do you want to take a rest?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm fine. I think.
So
Probably, yeah.
You guys gonna take what kind of
short rest?
Okay.
Before we head back to Kaimal.
Alright.
Wait. Well, that's...
And you guys got
this guard's being everyone's best friend.
Can we see the smoke from here?
From Kaimal? Yeah.
The bandit camp that we just fucked over.
Oh, the bandit camp? No.
Might attack again.
Cool. Full health again.
Time we'll be ready.
Not gonna have many spells when we get there, but at least we're getting there in one piece, right?
Right.
I'm down to just 2 spells.
Excuse me. Need more hit points. Yay! That's it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we're heading back to Kaimo now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Yusin about what he found out in the bandit camp.
He seems unwilling to talk about it right now.
Okay.
He's a little distant to you guys because you saved him. I mean, it's like honest opinions. Like
So
Thanks, but no
you,
thanks.
he's not happy about it.
so you didn't want to be saved?
At least not. It doesn't seem like he wanted to be saved right then and there.
Ah. Okay.
I tap him on the shoulder, be like, "Well, thanks for almost getting us killed. Bye bye," and I just walk away.
He says he doesn't even look at you.
It's a guy from League of Legends, right?
Yeah. Leo Sin. Lee Sin.
I'm gonna talk to Leosin and I'm gonna tell him, just so you know, it was your apprentice. What's his name? Nessim? Nessim, right?
Yeah, he gives you a nod as you guys continue to trudge along the roads.
Yes, it was he who wanted us to bring you back.
It's not good. Give me a minute here. Oh my god, that seems ridiculous. Didn't matter. Alright, so you guys make it back to Kymel with Leosin in tow.
We're gonna make sure that.
Oh, so you guys caught up with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
After probably a while.
Alright, so let's see. Yeah, you guys make it back safe and sound with him. He immediately bolts off to the ruined palace.
Do we have anything to do else in the city, guys?
Damn.
Should we follow him?
I was gonna give you guys XP, but yeah, you just kind of, I wouldn't say ruined it, but that camp did not turn out the way it probably could have gone.
Oh, so that's how it is.
No, there was just a lot of like additional XP, but you guys got caught and it all went to hell so fast.
We didn't kill anybody.
I hope you did not kill anyone.
We're gonna report back to the guy,
Alright.
Darren.
Cool.
I think that's at the Castle Keep where Leosin went. Right?
Yeah.
So we just follow him. Take off with him. We got the same destination, why not?
So you guys are looking for. You guys are looking for Darren. That's right.
Darren.
So Leosin does not beat you to the castle. In fact, you beat him because he cannot walk very well.
Then why did he take off?
Yeah, he like did one of those things where he like was limping and then he like tried to run and he was like ah.
You know what? How about I realize this and then give him a hand all the way to the castle?
Alright. He reluctantly accepts.
I say to him, even the greatest fighters need a hand sometimes.
He's too prideful for that. Let's see here. So you guys make it back to the castle. Darren is there to approach you in the entryway as you guys head inside. He welcomes Leosin back, kind of motioning him over to a nearby fireplace where you guys can sit. Let me go see what that guy's name actually was. I told you to do this. Oh yeah, Nassim. Nassim also comes up, hugs his master, and they both sit down next to each other as they sit down opposite of Darren, fireplace, with you guys just kind of hovering around.
Is he, are we in a room of, like, a meeting room somewhere?
No, it's just an open area in the castle walls.
Hope we don't get shot.
It's almost like a gathering place.
Oh, okay. We report what we saw in the bandit camp. How many people were there?
Tried to
Try
kill.
to describe as much as possible the layout of this place. And tell him about the cave at the end of this quarry that seems to be heavily guarded. And tell him we didn't get the chance to sneak in a little further because
We got
we were
caught.
caught.
Because it all went to hell with there.
Because some of us are itchy trigger fingers.
Tried to make.
Yes,
I
these-
tried not to make eye contact.
This,
As
this
odd as
group,
it sounds, it wasn't my fault.
this group here,
Don't look at me.
they came in to, I guess, save me. I did not want to be saved at this moment. I was trying. If I had just stayed a little bit longer, I think I could have learned more information. As it stands now, my lord, there are still 100 plus members in this camp. I believe the camp, as they said, is a staging area for further attacks. It just so happens that Kaimal was the closest major settlement, so they initiated the attack here. The cave they speak of in the back of the camp, off limits to all but those who have been cleared by what appears to be some of their leaders, Mondath and Resmir. It includes a handful of guards and kobolds. Around the camp, from what I've learned, it's known as the Nursery. It's an open secret that Resmir plans to hatch a clutch of dragon eggs there. Now Resmir, one of the leaders, he is one of two half dragons there. He was the black half dragon this group saw. The other one, I believe you've already met, according to himself, Landragosa, the half. Which one is called? Blue. Was that who I changed it to? Blue.
I think it was white.
I know one was frost and one was acid. It's pretty much
Right, because no, I'm pretty sure white dragons breathe lightning, so I changed it.
Be the lightning.
which dragon?
Pretty sure I changed it.
White dragon.
I will always get these two confused now because of this book.
Oh wait, the one that was flying? The actual like big dragon?
Blue dragons. Okay, blue dragons are lightning. So yeah, you're right. It was white. Okay, fair enough. Landragosa, the half blue dragon, white dragon. Sorry. Sometimes I get my colors confused. I'm very weak right now. Before the main attack in Kymel, they were attacking locally, attacking any kind of merchants that may have passed by, or some small camps to gather treasure. Obviously, the biggest towns they've attacked would be Kymel so far. It was the most profitable one as well, it seems. They openly talked about how they desecrated your lands, my lord. Sorry to say that. The half white dragon, as I said. He is Mondath's right hand. Would do anything. The interactions I've had around the camp with him, rigid sense of humor, but you don't want to make him angry.
What was his name again?
His anger was on full display when attacking you. What was your name? Kurg? Yes.
Yes.
His anger was on full display attacking you.
Yeah.
His name you say? From what I gathered, it is Landragosa. But do not ask me for the spelling, because I'm a little confused on it as well. I'm not sure why I'm such a interest to Resmir. Why else? She would keep me alive. It's anyone's guess, really.
I think we should go there with some forces and actually take that camp by force.
Kama doesn't have the manpower anymore. Most of our forces were destroyed. The attack, I'm guessing.
If you would give us the night, I believe we can return there tomorrow and see what we can find. The only reason we ran so hastily out of there was we wanted to return this man without injury.
If we give them the night, and we
Okay,
get
I'm back.
they're gonna be ready for our attacks, you know.
Perhaps, but I do want to see what is in that cave, and if it is indeed a hatchery, destroying those eggs as quickly as possible would be beneficial to all of us.
I have to agree with Kurg, but we should find a more stealthy approach.
Yes, going in there guns blazing is not the best thing.
That was not my idea.
Well, now that we know the area, I'm sure we can find a way in.
Even if we do take the stealthier approach, they'll be more wary about us now.
Give me some days to recover. We will not go back there immediately. Hastily going back in there assures our death. Just
Well, in the meantime, I will suggest, Lord Darren, that you double your forces. They might come in and attack at any time.
I've already sent word off to Iman, some national forces to come into the area. Our militia has severely been capped in size. We were worried something like this might happen, which was why we had increased military presence of our own people, but it was not enough.
Did you send word to nearby villages and settlements to prepare for maybe an attack from these people groups?
We sent word to our nearby allies in Western.
Are there any others that might be in danger?
The dwarves to the north seem to have their own. They just cut the bridge.
I am
The
sure
elves-
they are more than capable of taking care of themselves.
Yes, the elven people to the south are more than capable as well, no matter what terms we are on. They're more than capable of handling themselves. If anything, the wood elves would get hit first, and then the high elves, and so forth. But they're more than capable with their defenses.
You did send word to them as well, though, I assume.
We did not.
May I request that you do so?
The elven people, I'm sure, saw the dragon fly southward.
I just do not like the idea of preventing information to be readily available to other groups at the moment. More loss of life could only make things worse.
A lot of our technology was destroyed, so most magical means of communicating are dead.
Do you have ravens?
Yes, that is the one we sent off to Western, but it can still take days.
That is, if it arrives at all.
It is true as well. Leosin, please, rest. I'm sure the monks on the upper floors of the palace will be glad to see you. As well as your apprentice, I see. Get all the rest you need to get. Head off when you're ready. Of course, my lord. Come, apprentice. Let us go upstairs. Please, do not leave before I recover. I will let you know. I will inform you on the next part of my plan.
Can I speak to Lord Darren for a sec?
Sure.
Pardon my curiosity, but in the attack of the kobolds and the white half dragon, was there anything missing of yours in this in the castle, or did they take anything, or was it just a raid for supplies?
I can't speak for the town, or I can't speak for the city itself, but the castle, the palace is well fortified. Its castle walls. They did break through on some places, but as far as we can tell, there's been nothing stolen from our treasury.
Can
Now
I?
obviously the city has been ransacked, so
I'd like to insight what he means, like about the places that were not attacked. What did you say? The places that they broke into. Sorry.
Okay.
Oy.
So you remember? I can't remember which one of your group did it, but someone looked around the castle for imperfections. There was a broken spot in one of the outer walls that people go into, but it didn't look like they got that far. They got as far as like blowing that part up, but they couldn't get in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he seems pretty honest. His body language.
Okay. Just making myself
Also, Lord Darren splits between you guys 750 gold.
cool.
For now, I think Tarani should handle on to that. She has all the money, I think,
Bag of holding.
and all the everything. I'm starting to think we need to get another bag of holding.
I don't think that would be the case. We just need to get back to Iman and drop off some items that mm, we don't really need right now.
No, we won't need these items. Never know.
We were talking to the Lord, right? Not the King?
He's like the son of the
Yeah,
former.
yes, you're talking to the Lord.
Okay. So, Lord Darian, was it, right?
Yes, Lord Darren.
Darren, right. Lord, what is our next course of action? What would you have us do?
I'm immensely grateful for what you've done for Kaimal. Besides the monetary reward, I will praise you after all this is done. But I would wait for Leosin to recover. As he said, he will explain to you his next plan. What it is, I don't know. He has not discussed it with me.
Is,
Sure, I'm sure it'll be helpful.
Is there by chance a place for us to rest in the meantime? Are there any inns that are not destroyed?
You could possibly rest here in one of the downstairs guest rooms. It has more than enough beds to accommodate you.
Thank you for graciously hosting for us.
There's no problem.
Are there still a lot of, like, I want to say refugees, but, like, civilian folk in the main area?
A little bit less now than before. The main civilians here are still injured.
Lord, with your permission, I would like to stay up here and sleep with any of these people as to be sure they are protected.
That is fine as well.
Thank you.
Oh no! 1 second. I'm calculating how much the bag of holding can hold.
Not much more, I don't think.
I know.
It's gonna blow up.
Damn. Let's see.
How does that work? When does like
It's got a
Um,
carry weight.
and then like what when it reaches that carry weight and then it just like weighs like an anchor?
No, it just means nothing will fit in it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's gonna rip if it goes more than the 500 pound
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah, it rips,
Done.
which would be terrible.
Taking real good care of not ripping the bag because this is
So-
the only thing we have.
I guess that'll be like the equivalent of like killing somebody on Minecraft and they lose all their shit.
Much,
Yeah,
much
sort of.
worse. More like carrying around a creeper in your pocket.
Oh, there is also the chance that it could spawn a wormhole.
Yeah.
It sounds cool. We should do that instead.
That's, you know what's
Oh.
something you gotta never do, though? Never put a bag of holding in a bag of holding. Because then there goes everything.
Divide by 0, eh?
It's like a super nuke. A concentrated
Roofer,
super-
do you still have room in your bag?
Oh, I'm already carrying 90 weight pounds.
I'm sure he can carry more. I give him like a pouch of 476 gold coins because it can't fit in the bag anymore.
Here, hold the coins.
And I'm pretty sure I can't.
Is the Lord still there, or has he walked away after we're all communicating like this?
He's already gone.
Dang it. Is there anyone nearby that I can ask if there's any places to sell?
Like one of the medics kind of like gives you a perplexed look, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't think so. With the state the city's in."
With what's going on, are you looking for someone to buy stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think you're gonna find anyone.
Maybe there's somewhere we can donate?
I think we've had like a long rest.
You said 476 gold, right?
Yep, 476.
Anyone else kind of curious as to where our cart is?
How about that?
Didn't we leave it somewhere at the gates?
I think we should go get the cart and then maybe put stuff in the cart.
Gold, holy shit.
We do have a, not a tarp, but like a covering. Not like a
Cover. Bless you! My
That's why I
goodness.
stopped talking. Like a not a canvas. What's just like a blanket or something to cover stuff with on the back of the wagon.
I don't know. How many days do you think he needs to, like, recuperate, Leosin?
Probably a few days.
Would it be, how, from here, from Kaimel to our camp, I mean, our guild, how many days of travel is that?
Probably the equivalent.
How about Amon?
4.5, 5.
What's the closest place we can get to from here?
Western.
How long will that take?
Day and a half.
How about we go to Western and come back?
I agree.
We do
Hmm.
need to offload this stuff, and we don't have the time to go where we want.
Do you think, though, that we would make it back here when Leosin would need us?
It is only the amount of days specified to get there and back. So.
Okay. I guess we will try.
So let's get on the cart and head out.
It would take like 3 days. It would take like 3.5 days to get to your guild.
Oh, 3.5 days to get to the guild?
Yeah.
The guild's closer than Amon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, the map threw me off because of that. Yeah, let's go to the guild then.
Alright.
We won't really be able to sell anything. We can give it to them to sell for us.
Alright, well, fast forward there. The rolls were crap.
And did we get all our stats back? Because it's been a couple days, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Everyone,
So
get all
you-
your stuff back. Spells.
You
Spells.
guys are back at the guild.
Or
Oh right, forgot these were the ones on the sheet last time. Oh, I'm just gonna delete that. Hold Jahan. Oh right, I did update the map.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the tents and all. Forgot about. These are definitely not the people that are on right now. Actually, no, that's correct. It's evening.
Of course, I would assume we have told people where we are going, and that we will be returning.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want us to just up and pack up and leave right in front of everybody and not tell them, oh yeah, we're going to be gone for a couple of days.
I have sending prepared for this day. Or how many days now? We're probably just gonna send messages to Leo Sim while we're returning to the guild.
Good plan.
You know, update him of what's going on.
Oh, did
And
you,
we'll be back.
would you have sent a message to your family? Like your city, your main city?
Yo, fuck them people.
Maybe to the other elves?
I'm pretty sure they know that there's a dragon out and about. Two of them.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, they know. They're on it.
Hmm.
If only we could have messaged, Gilmore. Hey, there's a
Gil-
dragon. What's up?
Gilmore's glorious goods. Prepped.
Alright.
Well, home sweet home.
Alright, so Ubaz is there to meet you at the gate. Alright, Manton. It's been a while since you guys have been here.
How is are there still provisions in the guild?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like stable now and up and running?
Seems like it.
Okey-dokey.
Morning, Ubaz.
Ah, evening. Welcome back.
How goes the guild?
Good, good. We've slayed some monsters, earned some money for the keep.
Excellent. We have been doing some outreach and fighting a lot of enemies. We've got a lot of stuff you're probably going to be able to sell.
Good. Go ahead and take it right into practice.
Excellent, excellent.
Aren't you gonna tell her about the dragon that's gonna eat us?
Later this evening, I think we should all gather around and talk about what's been going on. Just make sure everyone's up to date in the guild. Think you could gather everybody for dinner tonight?
Sure.
Excellent. And we head inside.
Yeah.
So Tilo spots your appearance, so head back inside.
Bless you.
Let me see. Get everyone's token back.
I guess, do I have to attune to this ion stone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do that, I guess.
Okay. It floats around your head as you attune to it. So Tilo is gonna come in, just have a seat.
Uh, where's that sword we got from that one person we beat on top of the mountain?
Oh, the Finch? In the bag of holding.
I asked Ronnie if I could have the sword so I can test it out.
Here, she opens the bag. And you need to reach in and think about it.
Yeah.
I take the sword.
So you think long and hard about remembering what the sword looked like, and you grab it out of the bag of holding.
I'm gonna put some, we have a treasury, right? Like a vault.
No.
No.
Do we have a chest?
Nah. Oh, actually, yeah, you do. It's right. It's right there. Sorry, you guys do have one chest. The chest that
Can't
came
move
with
my
the
token.
I'm gonna offload some of his stuff. Like the noble portrait with the gilded frame. Why did we get that again?
What? What the fuck?
We got some weird stuff.
All right. I'm glad I
We
left
got
that
what?
vague because now I can put whoever I want on that portrait.
Like, we got old stuff, new stuff, weird stuff.
There are just some that are like mundane stuff, like Revan's favorite shovel. You really like your shovel.
You got Kurg's balls in there, that's right.
Yep.
Jesus.
Speaking of
All
which,
right.
I'd like to
noble portrait. All right, I'm gonna write.
Speaking of which, I'd like to take 3 of the balls out.
Oh, dude, it could be Jahan's family.
Okay, Tarani?
Yeah. How many do you need to get?
Just 3.
Okay.
3 balls.
And on the table, I put the sword on the table. I mean, I sit down at the table. I put the sword on the table. And I guess I'd inspect the sword. Call it anything. Anyways,
I take a piece of copper wire that I've been holding on to for forever,
That is true. You've been holding on to that for a while.
and I give it to Revan. Revan,
Wait,
What a
what?
great gift.
Why?
Master gift giver.
ever since I've gotten this copper wire, I have been pretty lucky. So I'm giving it to you. Hold on to it. One day I feel it will be necessary to have.
Awarely take the copper wire.
I just feel like
I
it is
guess
important
it's
for
your
some
way of showing affection now. Giving people copper wires.
I don't know what I have use of this for, but perhaps it will come in some luck.
If you wrap it around your finger, it's also quite useful.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I've done for the past while. Though now I have this weird tan line along there. It's just odd.
I loosen up the copper wire and try to make like a electric conduit out of it with my like lightning magic.
so what do
Make
I do?
Make an intelligence check.
That's saving throw.
It works to your standards.
Sweet.
See, it's already useful.
Oh, also with the sword, Bruford, make a wisdom save real quick,
Oh no.
because you touched it.
Oh.
And just like that, Bruford
Or
passes.
just saving throw, or just
Saving throw.
Oh, hello.
Fair play.
He just takes it out, feels a weird jolt. He's like, oh, cool, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That tickles.
Nothing happens.
I'm used to bullshit.
Clearly.
After the Berserker axe,
Oh
I would think you would be.
man, shout out to that. God, that thing was awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome when he wasn't hitting the.
It made him frenzy rage like every time. It was awesome.
Yeah, until I get knocked out.
Every battle we come across, we're like, oh fuck, we got another enemy to worry about.
It was always like,
So
oh
awesome.
god, not again.
What do I do to inspect the sword?
You have to have someone cast, was it detect magic?
I mean, you can just look at
Uh,
it. I mean, you can just make an investigation check and just look at it for a while.
Yeah, seeing what's up with the sword.
Yeah.
I have a potion that I want to inspect as well.
Okay.
While I'm attuning to the Ion Stone, I'd like to put 3 spells in it. I just shield 3 times if I can do that.
Okay. Just make sure you keep up with what you're putting in it.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you probably did that on the road, that way you still have the spells.
No, he totally just did that now because he just attuned to it.
Okay.
So no, he couldn't have done that on the road.
Nice.
Well, I said investigation, but I mean, hey,
So,
you're kind of smart.
investigation.
Are you proficient in investigation?
So I asked,
Investigation is on
that's why I asked Revan to see if he can.
Well, I guess it's the same thing, as intelligence is based off investigation.
I have a 7 in investigation. I can help.
Who's proficient in history?
I
You can attempt to make a history check on it to see what it is.
Sure. I know military things, and a sword is a military thing.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
thing.
look at these high rolls tonight.
We get attacked and we'll crash and burn.
Just our
That's how
luck.
it goes, you know.
It's like we're syncing our good luck rolls every other week.
We're getting our good rolls out before we fight something.
And then next week it's just gonna be nothing but trash.
Yep, nothing but bowl.
It only happens when we're not in combat.
Yep.
I will always love how I have this set.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's like I know Orc, Common, and a little Elvish.
Oh.
Like I don't even speak broken Elvish.
Broken English.
It's the equivalent of trying to ask for the bathroom and then asking them to turn on a light.
Wait, it's Sunday.
What?
What?
It's Thursday, bitch.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have this.
You gambler.
I can play.
Alright, so. Kirk,
Yes.
you have heard rumors of this
Rumor
weapon.
has it.
This is not a weapon to be taken lightly.
Oh.
This belongs to a set. Much like I believe one of you guys hold it. Kirk holds it actually. You have a set item as well. A Promise of the Sun. That is also part of the set. When
The nail of
used,
this sword is so cool. I love
when
it.
when used together with the entire set, can make for some high power attacks. But from what you gathered on your set specifically, which was, I believe, the Dawn Fathers set, a lot of the weapons and armor from the set have been lost. So it may be difficult to find, and sets haven't been used together for hundreds and hundreds of years. This one, though, is not part of a. It's not part of the Pantheon set list of gods. Every god or goddess in the Pantheon also has a set with it, which includes, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's armor, sword, or armor, weapon, because the weapon could be anything. Armor, weapon, ring, circlet, or helmet. Sometimes the set appears in a circlet, sometimes it's a helmet, depending on whose god or goddess it is. If it's more of a spellcasting god or goddess, then it's probably a circlet. If it's a warrior, it's more likely a helmet. So in your case, the Dawn Fathers would probably be a helmet. This one, though, this set doesn't belong to any of the good Pantheon gods. It actually is one of the Betrayer gods. This set is rumored to be from Tiamat's domain. And it's only used by... It has been used by the followers of Tiamat and a select number of others on special occasions. It's only used by champions and proven fighters. Looking at the blade itself, it's a long, thick, straight blade made of black glass. It is held by a grip wrapped in elegant sapphire blue stingray leather. With just one razor-sharp edge, this weapon will protect you from incoming blows, while also giving you the ability to shred your enemies to pieces. The blade has a long, curved crossguard, creating the ideal weight balance to allow for smooth and accurate swings of the blade. The crossguard has a jeweled dragon beak on each side. The weapon is clearly made to be taken care of. A large pommel is engraved with the sword maker's signature, a symbol many would kill for. The blade itself is bare, no decorations of any sort. The blade needs no decorations. It only needs to be strong and sharp. A weapon for champions.
Dibs.
I hope someone wrote all that down. I only got the part about it being a set of
That's a no to it.
of there being different sets.
Can I make a religion check on it?
Sure.
And whose pantheon it belongs to? I mean domain. Whoever god. I'll cast guidance. Guidance! Oh no. Religion. Oh no! I never do good. Oh no!
Oh, jeez, go on.
So, it's
I roll pretty
luck,
average.
luckily, Kurg knows the sword maker's signature as Tiamat's, so it's all good.
Oh.
I
That's
realized
what
you're
we
staring
can
at it. It's Tiamat.
I getcha.
Did I feel anything when I first touched the sword?
Nope.
Okay, so like everything you said, Kirk basically told us, right?
Yep.
And when I said it, I looked at the sword and went, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that."
He's only heard
Nice.
rumors of it, though.
I hold my tiny statue of Tiamat up to the sword.
Do you tell us it's Tiamat's kind of champion set?
Everything he said, I told you.
Yeah, okay. You have to be careful about that, Bruford.
Well, I like to do stupid things.
That is true.
Commander,
Hmm.
do you think you could send a message for me?
To who?
Gilmore.
Um,
Oh, you do have a
I
statue.
could
outside.
probably.
Do you think
You
you
changed. You. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, yes.
No, please.
Oh.
Go.
Just because that was when
Hmm?
Bonnie died for the second time, and then she went to like a I don't know something like that. You said like the symbol that I had beforehand had changed.
Which one?
Ah, okay, your Timora symbol?
Oh, right, because I finally got the
Okay.
book and it swapped Pantheon.
Yeah. I think it belonged to the Changebringer now.
Yes,
that's what I got.
that is correct. It changed. We do still have a statue of time. Let's see what.
But yes, if
So,
you could,
Kurg,
Oh, I got this stupid looking thing.
if you could
Fuck,
ask
half these things I don't know how I got.
if you could ask him to keep an eye out for the Dawnfather set.
I'll look
Ah,
out for the
yes.
dawn.
Yes, give me 200,000 gold.
If he hears
That's what-
any sort of leads as to where they might be.
and send. I send that to Gilmore, whatever he said.
Looking for
Oh,
leads.
right. That's the immediate response thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He tells you, we'll be on the lookout. Thanks.
Awesome.
Okay. I'll tell Kurg that Gilmore sends his regards.
And then stabs me in the middle of the kitchen.
Dream on.
First, make a religion check.
Oh,
Ooh,
don't roll like me.
no promises.
Promise is broken.
I saw that coming.
The statuette glows in the presence of the sword, but you have no idea what it means.
Ooh, should probably get this checked out.
That gonna explode?
Do I know anything?
No.
Dang it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this sword out and take a couple swings. Give it a little bit of a test run.
Before we do that, I think we should give or tell Praxis what we're gonna put in the chest can be sold, and then just dump as much as we can in there.
Friends, it is good to see you again. I never thought I'd see you ever.
Hey,
Oh my
Praxis, how's the
God.
wife?
Hi, Lana.
Oh god, I was just writing to first ex-wife now.
She's still alive?
Still Dumb Beach. I write to the dead ones as well.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sad.
that's kind of sad.
Now I
Not
feel
sad,
bad.
they're all dumb beaches.
Anyway, is there anything in this chest that you need?
No, it's empty.
Awesome. We are going to put a bunch of
Oh
things.
wait. No, there might be some basilisk teeth in there, I'm not sure.
Oof.
From the last
Actually,
king.
I put in some copper pieces in there since it's kind of dead weight to me.
So as you guys open the chest, there's the basilisk teeth and a couple eyes from their hunt.
We're going to be
there's
putting
a-
some things in here. You can
there's
sell
a hand-
them all.
There's a handful of gold pieces as well.
I put in 900 copper pieces in the portrait.
And the portrait.
That portrait's not gonna fit.
Oh, we're just gonna like
hanging
Let
on
it
the wall.
stand inside.
Okay.
Whose portrait is it, anyways?
Make a history check.
History?
If it's good enough, I'll make up something on the fly. Good. It's not good
Yeah.
enough.
That's me.
Yeah, you have no idea, Kirk.
Did he get it?
He did not get it.
I do guidance on myself because it helps a little bit. Uh, yeah, 15.
All right, give me a minute. Let's see, what family do I want to belong to?
Hey, Tarani.
Hmm?
How much other stuff do you have in the bag?
I have a lot of stuff in there.
Is there anything
All right,
that
so
we could
you're
just dump?
hold on.
Hold on.
So you're putting 900 copper.
Yep.
Isn't that like 1 gold? Never mind.
No,
A lot of coins.
it's 9 gold.
Ooh.
Is there did you guys make like an emporium yet for like books or like spellcasting books and stuff? Or
They
no?
have not. They were thinking, they thought about it, but then decided against it in
Mm,
favor of I don't know. It was either the bathroom or the storage room.
We have 1 spot open to put
That is
something,
true. I keep forgetting that you have 1 spot open.
but we
I'll be
just-
right back, guys.
We could never really decide as a group what should be put there.
Yeah, there was a lot of things to choose from on that list. To be fair.
And the list has grown because we are past the that 1 date time thing.
Oh yeah, so you guys have access to all of it.
I don't even want to imagine the size of that list.
Oh no, I told you all of them, but some of them you just couldn't get.
You told us all of it, and I wasn't listening.
That's still on the list.
'Cause there's a lot of stuff.
It's okay. I was gonna say, is it on the thing, but it's not.
No, I have it in a PDF. So 2 basilisk teeth. 1.
Can't believe I'm the leader.
This. Spotted. Oh yeah. Basilisk guy. There's actually some scales in there too from a young dragon.
Let's see.
Thank you. But seriously, when you started describing the story, all I could think is gamer poop.
Actually, Revan, I have a couple of scrolls in the bag, which I'm not familiar with the spells. Maybe you can cast them.
So, Tarani, also in that chest, you see just out of the corner of your eye, looks like some dragon scales.
Oh damn!
ooh.
Yeah, the group's been quite busy.
What color?
Red, but they're small. It appears it's a dragon, not fully.
Baby dragon.
Yeah.
Baby dragon scales.
All right. So, man, let's see. What noble do I want it to belong to? All right, let's get out my list of houses.
Yeah.
It is a picture of, man. You know what? Let's tie it into the story. It is a picture of. Whoa, wait, that's not right. Oh, right.
Where did
That's
we get this painting again?
that's a different house.
I'm thinking the giant sword in the mountain.
Right. For a second there, I'm like, we fought a giant? Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it killed you.
Mm-hmm.
The portrait is of the late Marcel Tyrell. He was former Sin.
Singorn?
Do you think it would sell well in Singborn?
Maybe.
I'd rather not sell it actually.
Well, then
Just
let's
give
hang
it
up.
back.
Okay. Well, I guess we can give it to them. Just not for a while.
There's also a potion of something that I want to identify, or let Revan identify, I guess. He's smarter. He got the know-how.
Revan?
What's going on?
Commander wants you
There-
to identify an object.
Sure.
Potion, actually.
Investigation or
Investigation.
Oh yeah, you can attempt it.
Can I assist?
I put guidance on him.
How would you like to assist?
Well, I know magic and potions because I've been on the battlefield.
So do I.
So maybe I've seen this somewhere?
so I cast it with advantage?
Sure.
And you have guidance. My guidance.
Okay.
Hooray!
Oh, dude, my
What's the
next
deal?
Tokyo treat box is gonna have the new Coca Peach. Oh my god. Yeah.
You're really killing it with these rolls, man.
Oh wow, Jesus.
Don't forget to
He
roll an
knows
extra d4.
everything.
Holy fuck.
Why not,
Alright.
right?
Potion, huh?
Revan, roll a d4.
Oh, sorry.
Put it in your inventory. What is it? This is potion.
28.
28.
Where's the potion at so I can look at it?
I think we got this at the Giant's Hoard as well.
Yeah, sure.
Where is the potion in the list so you can look at it? Because it's a
Yeah.
good chance he's got a hidden thing on it.
Yeah, where is it at? Like, is it in the bag?
Yeah, it's in the bag of holding under newly acquired items.
Potion unknown. Yeah, sure, why not, right? Hey, let's roll for it right now. Cause, yeah. I tend to lose stuff. I tend to lose stuff like that. Cause I assume you guys immediately try to figure it out, but you usually don't. So I usually just forget about it.
We do a lot of traveling. We don't really stick around to bother. Usually when we do win fights, we have to get out really fast.
Let's actually go to D&D Beyond. See if there's any cool home potions I can use.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Everything. You died, and the sword took over your body.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking wild.
You are not Tiamat's bitch.
It's time for sword BDSMs.
You are the incarnation of Tiamat in dwarf form.
Oh, do you still have those creepy looking masks?
Right.
Oh, the ones of the hells or all that.
I just remembered we had those.
We have those?
I just remembered we had like a creepy one giving off like a magical aura.
Yeah, I think it was the Lord of the Hells.
We stole a bunch of those for some reason.
Still have my Garnet Jewel Skull.
Yeah.
You know, use that as
Yep.
a paperweight. Put it on the table or something. Seriously, right now we're dumping everything we don't need because we don't know what we're going to be collecting, and we've been running out of inventory space a lot lately.
I mean, you.
Oh no, I've been like borderline encumbered, if not encumbered, for like months. Like, I have rations listed here, but I know for a fact I keep putting rations in the bag of holding.
Oh, that reminds me. Now that you mention it. Okay, Alrighty, hold on. Then we'll have to look at just to see what his name is.
I just want to real quick say that I take my Blackguard
Jihan.
Pauldron,
Yes. What?
and I'd like to put the Blackguard Pauldron over like with Praxana. Bleh. I give it to him to hold for me, and to look after and keep safe because I can't carry it around anymore.
Okay.
Was that guy's?
Yeah, it's the Pauldron that we've been using to hunt him, but since we can't really do anything right now with hunting him, I'm better off just leaving it here.
Okay.
I
I
know
have a couple scrolls here for lizards. I don't know if you can cast these though.
Oh shit.
Design.
This sounds dope.
Oh, why do I still have this? I give a arcane bolt scroll to Revan.
Ooh. Arcane
Frick if
bolt.
I know why I have this.
Yeah, that's in the bag of holding. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that's in the bag. So is the
Nothing on it.
piece of art. Yeah, some noble got that. And the potion that I don't have. Alright. Oh, we have formal attire in there too.
Oh, the Arcane Bolt. That was one of the homebrew spells that I was trying to test.
Yes. And now he has the scroll, so
There's the potion of steel wind strike.
maybe he can write that in his book.
What level was it?
You didn't say, you just said
Okay, cool.
Arcane Bolt scroll.
Just making sure.
It's a 3rd level.
But yeah, there should be formal attire in the bag of holding too.
Oh, I did tell you guys what level it was?
Yeah, man. I am the treasurer.
Fucking
I write
Kurg,
that.
man. Kurg lying to me.
Hey, I just wrote down that it was what it was. I didn't know what level.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, you totally recognize this. It's Revan, you totally recognize it. It's a rarely used wizard spell. It's mostly for like dueling purposes, like 1v1s. But it is very good, very effective.
Is that an Expelliarmus?
No,
Nice. Which
Oh,
level? Sorry, which level did you say it was?
third.
3rd.
So you can figure out from the player's handbook how much it'll cost to copy into your book and how long it'll take.
That's true.
Oh, there's another one. A 4th level Frost Nova.
Damn, I forgot.
Damn, son.
Fuck, Revan's gonna be OP as fuck after that.
Hey, Lyca,
Please
What?
tell me this wasn't a wizard spell.
is
Fuck, it
formal attire
was.
written in the bag of holding?
I have no formal attire. There is embroidered robes, though.
That might have been it.
Oh, good, he can't use this all the time.
So yeah, you have that in there. I think we should sell that. That's completely useless.
Just to be sure, can you please, like, identify this one as well? Hands the robes to Revan.
Are we just
Are
giving
you
everything to him
normal
now?
attire?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he can't actually identify it because it takes like a
Oh, that's right.
it's a consumable item that is consumed in the ritual, and he doesn't have any.
Yeah, that's my problem right now. I'm low on gold. Coffee,
Yeah.
spell book.
All right, potion. Right. All right. So, damn, what was your score? Like super high, right? 20 something.
20.
Yeah, 28.
128.
Right. All right. So you're not sure what it does, but it is known as a lightning flask.
Lightning flask.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Ooh,
a
that sounds
fireball.
nice.
With lightning.
Sweet.
It does not sound like something someone should drink for some reason.
So it's an item instead of a potion, or
It's a potion.
it's a potion?
Mhm.
But its name is Lightning Flask.
Yep.
It just sounds so bad.
What does its appearance look like?
Similar to that of other potion vials. Like, circular in nature with a neck on it.
I mean, the potion
It's-
itself, does it have...
It's
what
like a it's like a translucent yellow.
Oh. Well, we're not drinking this one.
Oh, there's also an inscription on the bottom
Oh, what does it say?
because unlike most potions, this one has like a flat, solid bottom. The
Mhm.
inscription says, "How did he get lightning in a bottle?" That's all it
Same
says.
as you do with gin.
Anyone else want to sell this?
We could probably use it when we later can find out what it does. You know who would be good at testing these?
Hey, Bruford!
Exactly.
We have something for you to drink eventually. Not now, but eventually. It's lightning in a
Reminds me. Hey, Jihan, are you in there?
As you pound on the door. Yes. What is it you require?
It'll be alright with you if I top off this wine bottle with some fresh wine.
Sure. I think we have adequate wine supplies.
It'll only be just one bottle. Top
Sean
off
kind
some
of
wine.
like gathers up some raw vegetables and meats.
What kind of wine is it, so I can just write it down?
Wine.
I'm fully trying to remember the one.
Red, red wine.
What was the
Was
one
it
wine we used to
Dragon
have?
Crush?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Red Dragon Crush. Oh, I'm gonna greet Jahan. Tell him what's up.
I accidentally spelled wine as in like whining.
Nice.
Wine.
Jahan gives you a quick hug. Welcomes you back. It is very nice to see you again. What have your adventures been like?
Well, the last one we had to run because we were outnumbered. And we're just here to drop off some stuff because we are encumbered.
I see. Well, I'm glad you've had your fill of adventure so far. I will. Actually, before I fix a meal for the guild here, I need to go visit Kurg. I need to get some signatures from him, as he is the guild leader.
Yes,
Good to see you.
you as well.
Kurg, dear friend.
Oh
How are
no. There's paperwork, isn't there?
So, as guild leader,
Uh,
you have to sign off on requisites that we have building up. First, you'll need to sign off on our 2 previous bounties that we.
of course, of course.
Now, we've already been paid for it, of course, but they just want the signature as just a for records, for they know we're trustworthy in the future. Good to build up clientele.
Alright.
This one was from a family in the south for one basilisk. Took care of that one fairly easy. That was Ubaz and Bark that took care of that one. Good brute force, never hurt. And this one, as he slides another paper over to you. And this one was for a young red dragon that was roaming the countryside recently. It seems that the resurrected dragon that flew off is causing quite a stir amongst a lot of the other dragons in the area. So we took care of that one. Just need to sign off on that one. We also have a few requisites for some more food from Iman. Now that we are full guild status and have proven our worth. So let's see. He like licks his finger and flips through some more paper. Let's see, food bounties. Ah, yes. And I'd like an early sign off on our next bounty because we might see you for another week or so.
Of course, of course.
This one's for a few kobolds that are running around. Around 15 of them, I'd say, but should be nothing compared to our brutish half-orcs out there.
By chance, do you think we could collect, if more dragons pop up, maybe we could train some?
Training dragons.
Well, if you don't think it's possible, so be it, but, you know, would help us. Just
I
thinking
will see
long
about that.
You have the bleeding heart syndrome. Just taking all the strays, do you?
Yep.
Well, we'll
And
see about that.
don't forget, we do need to keep
Um,
recruiting.
Of course.
I didn't
I've,
think dragons were part of that.
I've also been curious about if we would use our third expansion slot for.
Yes, we've been thinking about that too. However, it has been a while. Do you think you could refresh my memory as to what the possibilities are?
Oh my god. Let's see. What is it at? Is it references? Yeah, I think it's in my references because I just recently redid all this.
And of course, if you have any personal preference, I'd love to hear it.
Oh, wait, I wrote them down somewhere, actually, because I added some homebrew ones.
Yeah, you had some really good ones. I know they were good, I just don't remember what they were.
Yeah, I wrote a few of them. Some homebrew ones that weren't in the document I found. And I was like, oh, that would probably be used. I'm gonna put it in there.
Kirk signs all the papers, but he writes his name in orc, so
Is it all
Alright.
gibberish now?
it looks really ugly. And like a child drew on it with like a crayon.
Do you write like a doctor?
No, more like a child. Just
Do
scribbles.
they even write?
It's an orcish, like my human writing fine, my orcish writing child. My mother taught me how to write my name, it's not my fault.
Was it your mother that was Orcish and your father?
Yep. Father was a brave man.
I bet. Did your mother eat your father after they consummated?
Oh
No,
boy.
but the whole village could hear them.
Oh
Found
my
it.
god!
I overhear this. I'm like, tell us more.
No.
I don't wish to speak more of my family.
I don't think.
It's too
I need to
painful
hear
remember
more.
them.
I don't think I need to hear this either.
I even regret asking the question at all.
This is out culture mating. Of course, this is interesting facts of this realm.
I guess it would be.
It is not.
Orcs
I was
half-orc
told
are-
when my sister was being created that the sounds were so loud and so many things were destroyed. They had to call in people to fix our house, and we were asked several times to leave the the city limits, as my mother liked to grunt and my father liked to scream.
Fuck.
Get out of the bathroom just to see the tail end of the conversation after seeing Tarani runs. I'm like, okay, alright, see you later, bye.
It is sort of because of
So.
them that I am able to sleep so heavily through such noises.
Right, so anyway. The possible upgrades now that we are a full active member of the Merchants Guild. We have the Alchemist Lab, the Arcanist Research Room, Barracks, a jail, a library, shrine, smithy, stable, tavern for maybe additional income, an underground vault, a garden. Beyond the expansion slot, so affording better defenses outside. Back to the expansion slots, we could also add an armory. We already have the bath and the bedroom suites. We have a dining hall, kitchen. We have storage area. We could also get a trophy room as well.
Do you have any personal preferences?
I think it'd be nice to have either the... It would be good to have something practical, honestly. Either the Alchemist Laboratory, Alchemist Research Room. An armory would be useless for us right now, considering we don't have too many people that are employed here. And plus, you've given your second-hand arms off to them, so equipping them with commoner equipment would be kind of useless and a waste of money. A tavern would be good for additional income, but we'd have a hard time selling it. Selling locals on coming all the way out here just for a tavern. That's pretty much useless.
And we don't
always-
want our soldiers and companions to be drunk all the time.
We would have we would also hire a bartender to purchase. A vault is always good for guilds, as we don't have to rely on a chest for our safety, for our coin safety. A garden would afford us better, fresher ingredients without having to put in orders at Iman, having them travel half day out here.
You said there was an alchemy lab and an alchemy research?
No, it is a alchemist lab and an arcanist research room.
Please,
Alchemist far different from arcanist. People like Revan would be considered an arcanist.
Ooh, goody.
Then I think that might
If
be
Revan ever decided to use his magic to, if he ever decided to use it as a job, he would be considered an arcanist. They seek to unlock the secrets of others. As far as the alchemist, they are more like scientists. They categorize, utilize, and turn magic into a science. Unlike what sorcerers and wizards think. Sorcerers and wizards believe magic has boundaries, but alchemists seek magic beyond boundaries, without rules. Some alchemists have even sought potions to restore life. Smithing would also be interesting. Be an interesting thing to have here at the guild. It would be basic in its design: forge, anvil, full set of metalworking tools, barrel of water, which hot metal can be cooled. It would also be built with stone, obviously, instead of wood. You could run it as a business, possibly, by selling weapons out of it, but again, like the tavern, it would be hard to sell people on the idea that we could make quality weapons for some of the townsfolk anymore.
We would have to.
Oh, I totally skipped. No, I did say this. A shrine, yes. Shrines could deal extra benefits if one was placed here of a certain faith. If it is of a faith that you are currently worshiping. Stables, that's pretty self-explanatory, really. Jail cell as well, but we don't particularly like taking mercy on people unless you guys decide to take them in as employees.
And typically, then we do not need the jail cell.
That's true. The library is pretty self-explanatory. We'd have wooden shelves filling the room to put books in. It would also come with a selection of books as well. It would have a few small tables in and some chairs where you could read while you're sitting there, reading with a friend.
The alchemy lab. Would we have someone to create potions for us?
Of course, it would come. It would be a little extra money, and I would have to adjust the paperwork for how much the upkeep would be for each employee. But yes, we would hire an alchemist.
And they would be able to make health potions for all of us.
They could possibly, yes.
Because that would help us not die in the field.
Yes, they could possibly do that.
Hey guys, what do you think?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Alchemy?
Potions are a strong point. I believe it's so.
Yes, I
will
might be able
say-
to make use of it as well.
I will say, if you're still on about it, I was poring over some notes recently. Let's see whose inventory this is from.
Probably
Oh wait,
mine.
wait, no, never mind. It's from none of y'all's. I was poring over some notes recently. The Arcanist room. We could possibly make use of whoever we hire to look into some of these notes further, but I believe it could be possible to rig up a teleportation circle from the guild hall. It's like these notes belong to someone. Victor.
Huh.
I've been kind of poring over it lately, and man, this kid's got some talent. Really wish I could meet him, but
With a summon,
he's-
with a teleportation circle, would we be able to go visit him?
so once you create the circle here, it has to link another circle in the. So you obviously have to go someplace that has another circle, get their permission, and activate it there. Then you could travel between the two.
The ability
that's-
to get to places quickly would certainly save on a lot of travel.
There-
money.
There is one, see him. But you'd have to get their permission to hook up. So, and even so, the circle's it takes a long time to craft one anyway. A lot of money, a lot of time. I can see why Victor stopped short of completing a working one. Yeah, the notes here on his. This would easily not work. It would just blow up in his face if he ever used it. But they're sound. He definitely has a basis of a plan. Could definitely use these with the Alchemist. But if you do choose to go the Alchemist route, it is fine too, as potions are definitely an importance in your life.
What other things would the Arcanist be able to give us?
beyond the teleportation circle, possible teleportation circle, he could infuse some of the magic into scrolls for one-time use. Given long enough, he could imbue a mundane item with magic as well to create a magical item. But it would be about the same amount of time as if you gave it to if you gave one to a store. Them, if you had it commissioned,
Would it cost the same?
Yes, it would cost about the same. The benefit is that it's more convenient for you.
Sounds redundant. Sounds like the only thing we get is a possibility of a teleportation circle.
Well, that and the added benefit of the magic scrolls and creating magic items here at home. He would probably also be able to identify stuff as well.
Now, identifying things is certainly something we need.
Yes. I haven't been listening.
Alright, so, guys,
Well, you're not in the room, so yeah.
here's what I'm thinking. We get potions,
out
we
of
don't
it.
have to buy a ton anymore. But we're still gonna have to pay for it, but it's not gonna be like, looking for them. But if we get a teleportation circle, then we can get to places where we can buy them instead of having to look all the time. The guy will...
Got a stable?
we don't want a stable, really. We don't really need it. If we get a
I
teleportation
might
circle...
also add that spells cost a great deal of gold.
Yeah, but the only people that benefit from spells specifically are you and me, and even I only have a certain amount.
So the rest of us, like, we can get horses and we'll just travel, like, but it won't cost
But
as much?
I mean, making a teleportation circle will take some time and lots of gold.
Overall, it might even be worth it, though, because then we could always return from where we are.
Oh yes, in the end, it would totally be worth it. But
Right, it's just the initial invest and the ongoing funneling.
How much would it cost in total?
I actually don't know. I mean,
Well,
I was
$1,000,000.
lucky enough to, have as much time as I did with the notes that were here, and I mean, I'm not. I may come from a family of powerful sorcerers and wizards and warlocks and the like, but I am none of these. I wouldn't even know how to begin working on something like this. I'm just saying, I'm sure a professional, talented individual could come in here and work something of these notes. I know it's a good foundation from what I've seen of teleportation circles in Singorn, in Dragonstone, but
Do not sell yourself short, friend. I believe you have done quite well here.
I have no special talent. I'm just a cook. I cook very well, mind you, but
Well,
I am no
I must say your
warlock
cooking
or
is quite magical.
I'm no I'm no cleric. I'm no paladin. None of that.
I'm the
stuff.
cleric.
Well, I
Yes,
do always
my cousin
think your
is the one
food
who done
heals
that.
the soul. But
I
yes,
think I'm the only one in my family without any special gift, but I take pride in that.
I think we
Very well.
will certainly go with the Arcanist. Are we agreed?
Would you like to ask the rest of the guild?
I speak to the group. Are we agreed that this is a good idea?
Tilo's like hanging out in the corner still. He's like, I think we should get the rest of the guild in here.
Well, I did want them all to come in for supper, so during supper time we'll all discuss.
Alright.
And we've emptied out everything, Commander?
I'm not there. I already ran out after that description
Yeah,
of my grandfather.
She's gone.
Yeah,
Oh.
she only unloaded the copper. And yeah, that's it.
Well,
Oh, and the painting.
I'm sure she'll unload the rest when she gets back. Alright. And that's it for now, I guess.
All right, what are you guys unloading? Because I need to put it down. I need to write it down.
I just gave him my the yeah pauldron. I gave that to Praxis to hide for me, and that's it.
Let's see.
Anyone else dub with anything? Eric? Bruford?
Fair enough.
William Bruford?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm trying to figure out if anyone else is dubbing out anything.
That's pretty much I had that I could dump. Most of the weight that's in the bag is coins.
Well, I was more wondering, like, you do have that one armor that we picked off the girl.
That is true, but I don't want to pick it up with my hands.
Well, no, the armor was fine. It was just, it was a special
Okay.
type of metal.
Yeah, it was some shit.
And I was thinking we could use that metal, melt it down, and make a weapon out of it, because it should be good as a weapon. None of us can use it as armor.
I can't use it; it's too heavy. It would break my back.
I don't think anyone here but me could use it, and I can't use it, so I want to sell it to someone who knows what to do.
Chest then.
But
In
no,
the guild treasury you go.
I was more thinking because it's because of the special material that we should do something with it.
If you want me to keep carrying it, it's still in there.
All right, we'll keep carrying it for now. Is there any like spare weapons you got picked up?
No, the sword was the only thing.
And now that's Bruford's.
Roofers, we'll see how long that lasts before we have to pry it off his dead hands or something.
Oh.
And I
Great.
can't dump Revan's favorite shovel in your balls out. So
Yeah, I don't think I'll be using a shovel at this point. So, well,
okay, you're not gonna need your shovel.
We should keep the shovel though.
Okay.
Jahan kind of like rings a bell that's on the table to gather everyone.
Ring-a-ling-a-ding.
Keep the shovel just in case we need to dig some graves.
Jesus Christ.
Again. Moist town.
Anyways, I guess with this time. Oh wait, heard this and I'm walking back in.
Are you gonna put your? You gonna still have your two picks? Wait, it was the sword a long sword or a great sword?
I haven't told him yet.
I don't know how to input the stats on my attacks and spellcasting.
I'll tell you when you do that.
All right, I guess we all sit around the table.
Yep.
I can't.
Hold alt.
Can be- Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only way I was getting everyone to fit because like there were more chairs than there were actual spaces, and I was like, oh wait, everyone can fit if I actually put them all on chairs. So, hello everyone. It has been quite some time since we've gathered here in the dining. Oh wait a minute. We're missing someone. Where's Revan?
Revan!
I'm coming.
Hmm.
Just going over some notes.
Of course.
We're not
While we wait,
surprised.
then I will go ahead and serve everyone dinner. As Jahan kind of like makes his way over to several areas. Alright, here we go. Put this down here. Good roast chicken never hurt anyone. Right. Yes, this is good. We will be having roast chicken along with some fresh vegetables and some mashed potatoes. And of course wine. But of course for Ubaz and Leon I have served up some water.
Oh man, why
There's
are
also,
you in the kids' table, Revan?
there's also some fresh rice that I sat down for Tilo. If anyone else wants to, please do. While we wait for Revan, I just want to say it's good to have you guys around. It's not
Here, here.
It's not often that we get together. It's good to be surrounded by people you can trust and rely upon. He puts his hand on Prax's shoulder. Man, I tell you, I have never met a character such like Prax. I've lived in several places and grew up in Rivendell, lived in Singorn for a few months. I even stayed in Western for a few. But I've never, in times of travel, have seen someone like Prax. Someone that is so carefree in his love and in his drinking. I would like to toast to Praxana for being our esteemed captain here at the guild. Here, to Prax.
You're here.
Here.
Hey!
Here, here.
Ah, you talk about me like I'm not in the room. I'm right here, good friend. I've already had drinks, but thank you for kind words. Better than ex-wife. She has no kind words.
Which one?
All of them. Except my 7th. Or 8th. I lose track.
13th?
Right, 13th. That is one I'm currently married to. Good girl. But I'm sure when we get out of 2nd month, it all goes to shit.
It always does.
Always. But thank you for kind words, Elfman. Can't remember names. Thank you, Elfman. Jahan kind of looks behind the door. Right. Business as usual then. So, guild upgrades. I was talking with the main group here. It came down to either using our last expansion slot here at the guild for Alchemist Research Room or the Alchemist. The benefits on both sides are great. We all could benefit from the Alchemist. Him creating potions of healing or potions of any kind, really. So we could all benefit from that, as we all, with the exception of me, we all go on extended trips and meet some unsavory folks, come back battered and bruised. It would be nice to take some potions out there with us, or with them, to help out not only the main group, but workers here at the guild who are completing bounties to help ease the burden on the main group's finances, so they don't have to contribute so much in the upkeep to the guild itself. Which I need to go over with you in a minute about the upcoming dues.
What is this second option?
Right. Second option, the Arcanist research. I've been poring over some notes lately. Well, one from a Victor, and he has some rough sketches, some rough plans, and some ideas of how we could get a teleportation circle. With his current plans, we just blow up in space. As much as I know about them, at least. If we bring in an Arcanist, then he might be able to make heads or tails of it, give us a good estimation of how long it'll take and how much gold it'll cost. This could also benefit us all if we link it. But we do have to go to the other side, though. So we build the teleportation circle here, and we go off to a place where we want it to go to, and then physically link it there. Not ideal if we want to link it to, a place that might be unsavory. But teleportation circles are usually not found in those places. They're found in main cities and palaces. That Iman has one in the Lyceum that we could possibly try to finagle our way into a negotiation with them to teleport to Iman, from Iman to the guild, vice versa, faster. Granted, it's only about half a day's travel. It would still take about. It would save a lot of time in the long run. We go there a lot for requisitions and the like. So it would be nice if I could just go to him, give them the requisition, and then teleport back and be about my business. The Arcanist also has the magic power to infuse scrolls, so we could infuse some mundane scrolls with random magic spells, obviously free of charge. So that's pretty ideal for anyone who knows how to read magic spells. And with our absent wizard, he could, if the luck is with him, the Arcanist could create a wizard spell scroll, possibly copy it into his spell, increasing his ever-expanding knowledge. The Arcanist.
Aye.
The Arcanist also could have a possibility in infusing mundane magic weapons and armor to enchanted ones that you'd find at a professional establishment. Not this one, not free of charge. This one's service.
Sure.
We could talk to him and maybe get it a little bit cheaper than it would at a professional establishment, since he is working from. So we could try to negotiate a lower fee if possible. The main group has decided on the research room for the Arcanist, but I wanted to get input from the entire guild since it's mainly us that are living here. No offense to the main group, but you guys are out for weeks. You guys are out for days, weeks, multiple weeks sometimes. So it's mainly us that have to live here and kind of deal with the physical upkeep of the place and making sure everything runs well now. Operations for running the daily grind of the guild fall to Praxana, who was made captain upon Kurg's request. So it would ease Prax's mind a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to get the guild's input here. Vaz, Ardent, Bach, Tilo, Leon. What are you guys thinking?
Potion
Tilo,
station does sound good.
Yeah, Tilo, or actually Bark and Ubaz. They're kind of like beat up a little bit, like some like fresh scars and bruises on their faces. Yeah. Be nice to have some potions out there on the field every once in a while. They can get very expensive in town, and it's almost not worth the bounty we get in return. So, I'll definitely go with the potion manual. Right, I'll go potions as well then. If Bach is sold on the idea, then I am too. It is getting a little scrappy out there, especially with the dragon we faced earlier. So, I will vote for the potion room as well. That leaves Leon, Tilo, Ardent. What would you guys like to decide here?
You can also make the case that even if we don't get that teleporter, we can always have a horse stable, and we can invest some money in the future for some horses for transportation.
It is true. We could nix both of those rooms and go with the stables to have horses. That is a possibility as well.
The only thing with horses is we would have to pay for food, housing, shelter.
It would be
maintenance.
essentially added to the upkeep.
I'm speaking like off game, but like since the stable is going to be outside, that counts as like an addition.
Yeah, it still counts as
Yeah.
expansion. It would be a little different if one of you were like proficient with like carpenter tools or woodmaker tools or whatever, and do it yourself.
My guy made a pretty sick ottoman.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, if you had the tools to do it, it'd be different.
Let's not forget the thing he
But-
made to put on top of the wagon.
Even if you, yeah.
It reminds me of Grog sometimes.
But yeah, so
Did you know that Grog was a shoemaker before he was an adventurer?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. So yeah, even with the tools though, you'd still have to get like permission from Merchant's Guild now that you're.
You see, the thing with the Arcanist is, I'm thinking long term. With the Arcanist, we could equip ourselves with better weapons, better armor, better everything through enchanting. Who knows what he could eventually do? Maybe give us weapons that would heal us, items that would heal us, making potions almost unnecessary. And if we were to get the teleportation circle working, getting into town would no longer take several days and would be able to get whatever we needed from cities far all over Taldore. It is Taldore. Yeah.
Right. I will inform you guys that the initial investment could quite possibly be high, and the funneling of funds into the project could be a long while as well.
Not to mention having him, an Arcanist, on hand, he could assist in defending this place if it were ever attacked. Not very well, mind you.
Hard to say. Yeah, it wouldn't be very well. I mean, he is in the realm of what they call skilled hirelings, but skilled as in a tradesman, not a warrior like the rest of you guys.
I do think overall, though, an Arcanist would, long term, of course, not short term, be a much wiser investment. Short
I
term,
do
maybe
agree with Kurgan away. He could be skilled enough to make arcane barriers, protect our goods and our facility.
I will say as like most things in this world that are run by money, the better things that you want the hired help to do cost more as well.
That is indeed the downside. It's going to cost a lot.
And this is why I believe it is an investment going forward, as they say.
You know, with the alchemist, it's potions right then and there. Not sure how many he could create per day. I mean, it could be a limit. You know what these people can create per day.
And two, bigger money means bigger jobs, and we need bigger potions for that as well.
More money, more problems.
Okay, add a character. Is it possible to remove add-ons later on?
Um. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could. It would just be like a base cost of like demolishing it.
Well then, back in character. What if we were to remove the bathhouse?
I oppose that one.
Whoa there! Whoa, Kirk. Look, I get it. You know, we fought together for a long time in the army. I'm not going back to not having baths. I dealt with enough of that in my family of orcs. I'm sure you did. I'm not going back to that. I got my first taste of a nice bath. I can't go back, Kirk.
Well,
I
you
can't.
do know I got the baths for everyone, and that is why they are
Exactly.
staying. All I am saying is we might need to make some sacrifices going forward.
Oh,
If we were to get
and that
the
doesn't need.
alchemist's lab later on, perhaps we can change it up for an arcanist.
Who here votes for getting rid of the bathhouse? Say aye.
Nay!
Leon and say yay.
Nay.
I do like me a clean bath, so nay.
Leon chimes in. I could deal without the bath, honestly. If sacrifices need to be made for the greater purpose of the guild, I'm.
Leon, no
You-
one cares what you think.
Leon, you dirty
enough.
bastard.
Fair enough.
Well, what's the votes here like right now?
Alright. Alright, look.
Actually,
I agree with the demo idea, but demolition costs a lot. It's a very arduous task to take down an entire section of.
I just remembered there's a pond around the corner. My vote's for Kurg.
We are keeping the bathhouse. This is going without saying. We're keeping the bathhouse. Believe me, after hard work, all of us deserve it.
I mean, you don't want fresh water out of the pond.
The pond is quite a distance away.
And probably quite muddy and dirty. I wouldn't.
Yes, it is a pond, not a lake or stream. It is very dirty. It's definitely not clean. Alright.
Oh,
I've given you the details. I've given you the benefits, the pros, having each. Both are good for short term and the long term for the guild.
All those in favor of alchemist, raise your hand.
Raise this hand.
Jahan, Bark, Ubaz, and Tilo raise their hands.
And me.
How many is that
Or
total?
That would be 6.
Wait, Arcanist or Alchemist?
Alchemist.
Al? Oh. Yeah, me. I might be able to use it.
And all those
How are you
in
hearing-
favor of arcanist, raise your hand.
Didn't you get that book a while back about alchemy?
Me?
Yeah,
It was herbalist.
that was herb. Okay, yeah, that's very close. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
kind
use
of.
the
Like
ingredients.
variations
In,
and
you can use the ingredients in health potions.
I have a book of
Yeah.
military strategy still. I never got rid of that thing. All those in favor of
2, 3,
our the other one.
6, 6, 7, 6, So that would mean Ardent, Leon, and Prax vote for the Arcanist.
Does Wyatt vote for it?
I voted for Alchemist. As much as I'd like to expand my knowledge on every part of my being, I have to go with Alchemy.
Then we shall go
Wow,
with alchemy.
that's a vote. That's a vote I wasn't expecting to go that way.
And I don't
Then
vote.
Then it is decided to go with the Alchemist Laboratory. I will, of course, need the funds. I will get in touch with Tirani.
Is it possible to build
It'll be-
a place that is not attached to the main building?
Let's see. Places that upgrades that would not be on the building would be like stables,
And those would all take up
a
slots.
shrine, and they still take up slots.
Is there any way to surpass the slots, or is this just a guild?
Oh, of course, we could- Oh, you know, this isn't it's granted it's not an overnight success. But in time we could end up moving, maybe to within Iman if a spot becomes available in the in that district in Abernar's Promenade.
If only we had a quick means of travel between there and here. Oh well.
And two, when
Good
that
group.
becomes available, we can also sell off our property to maybe Iman itself.
To be quite honest, I do like having a base of operations out here.
It is quite nice.
Maybe this will be our summer home one day.
Trying to kill us.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
what
but,
am I doing at that table? Well, oops.
Oh, Revan, you've decided to join us.
He's been like sitting at the other room yelling in this whole time.
Sorry, I was studying some notes.
But yeah, but we could gain more slots over time. Moving into, we could decide to just move altogether. These are just down the road ideas. Obviously, building an Iman would be far more expensive if we get. Oh, well, we wouldn't have to build because a building would become available because there are no. You can't zone commercially in Iman anymore. So if a building did become available that would suit our needs, it would be more expensive to go and do the upkeep there. But we wouldn't have to spend money to build it like we did this one. We could also move to a smaller town, maybe. Build within a town. And instead of swimming with sharks, we could be the shark, essentially.
I do like the smaller town idea. At least then we could protect the town. Amon does not need more protection.
Might
Obviously,
I suggest, if we are to move to a town, Kaimal seems to be a well-defended organization, but it is in deep attack right now.
that's true. I've touched base with some of the people over there. It's not going great from what I hear.
Well, let's not forget, with all the deaths and slaughter, there must be a lot of open property.
That's very,
Definitely a buyer's market.
it's very insensitive, but anyway. In time, we'll figure out where exactly we want to move. But for now, this is our home. We shall make the most of it.
Do not forget, everyone, look for possible recruits. We are all about expanding right now. We can get as many people in to help us. Maybe we can make some more money, and we can get to a nice, bigger structure sooner. Now let's have some dinner.
Here,
Uba-
here.
Ubaz is like in the middle of eating a chicken thigh. What?
See, Ubas has the right idea. And I guess that concludes that.
Way.
Oh wait, how
So,
much will it
I,
cost?
So yeah, Shahan gets with Tarani to figure out some costs here. Also, some people are going to leave. The overnight patrols are Tilo and Ardent, so they're go outside.
Take Proxona and to talk to him privately.
Okay.
After I finish eating, I'm going to go sit in the bath.
I'm gonna go take a look at those research notes that Victor left.
Oh man, we're switching up.
We're breaking up the
Alright,
party.
let's see. Yeah. um. Alright, so let's figure this out. Also, Leon's gonna go as well. Oh, so the half orcs happen there though. That's right. They don't work the overnight shift, so we're just kind of chill. Bark's actually gonna. Ubas is gonna chill out in here, just kind of relax.
Someone has
All right. So initial cost for the Arcanist or the Alchemist. Let's see. Initial cost is going to be 700 gold.
Is this out of pocket or can this be from the guild's treasury?
If it's from the guild's treasury, it's encumbered.
I have deposited 900.
Oh,
copper.
right, that's right. You, well, I mean, 900 copper, yeah.
I could add more.
Yeah, if you're talking about like guild funds that are in the bag or something,
Yeah, sure.
or in the bank. I mean, I don't know how much you guys have in the bank.
Bank has shit up. Yeah, it's like 11,280 there.
Holy shit!
And
Yeah, I
we have
guess
more in the bag.
yeah, you guys pretty much keep everything in the bank until you get a treasury. Okay, so yeah, just go ahead and take 900 to the bank.
So it's from the bank?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna edit that out.
What kind of like quality do you want your alchemist to be? Like we're talking like color grade scale now. It's like white, green, blue, full
What's the
orange.
average, median?
I guess green. Yeah, green would be average.
Yeah, we'll take that one.
Okay. So this will increase everyone's, or this will increase total payroll by 2 gold.
What's blue?
Above average.
Maybe we should go with blue.
Okay, I've edited the 900 out of the bank. Boy, I wonder if our bank does interest.
No, because that would be too hard for me to figure out.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, so. Oh, Right, and it is down to 8 gallons of ale. But the food supply is going fully stocked.
Special.
And bread and veggies. Alright, so he's also going to talk to you about the upcoming month. Because it is almost this month that I cannot pronounce, so I will not try. It is almost Misutha. Not sure.
I'm sorry, what?
The month of Misuthar is coming up.
What's
so
that in real world?
the second, well, I mean, there's no real world because it's like in the calendar there's only like 10 months. There's 11. Sorry, it's the second month of the year.
February.
As it is the first day of the second month. Payroll and the upkeep is flowing over. So this month, the upkeep was paid for by the bounties,
Wait.
but payroll is going to be 362 gold for the guards and 30 gold for Jahan. So you can mark that out if you want.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, so that's all of your stuff taken care of. Get that. Alright, what do you guys want to do?
I'd like to. I don't know.
Bathe.
Yes, probably.
Alright. I like how you said that. Bathe.
I'm just gonna wait till everybody's out of the bath so I can have
Yeah.
the whole bathroom to myself.
Yeah, so Sparkle, Tire. Ubaz will go in. I know Kirk's still in. She will.
I forgot.
And
Do
now-
rooms have specific designations, or is anyone able to sleep anywhere?
Yeah, you don't have to have a designation since I wore it. Yeah, so you guys can sleep wherever.
Okay, I sleep in the single bedroom with the black bed.
Jesus. Waz is actually gonna, to her bath, write some notes.
Here. I also call over. Fuck, what's on?
Avijan. Yes. Tier 5.
recently our party has come. All right, wait. Fucking out of game. What was the place that we were just coming from again?
Kymel.
I'll start again. So, our party just came back from a city called Kymel. Now, that place is shape. Old military are ruined and is broken down. Even our current standings and our manpower, it would be a feat, a winnable one for a coup. Could take the government to ourselves.
Oh, a tall order, you suggest. Overtaking one of the great families is no easy feat.
Of course not. But with the standings right now, it would be easy for urgency. I think I'm saying it right. For the residents of that city to overthrow their own government if the right propaganda is upheld. Also, even with their main stronghold, there's been flaws which been heavily damaged from the last attack, which can easily be overtaken. We're citied against them and their stronghold taken. The family will have no choice but to surrender, and the entire city is ours. To both of you, because Praxon is the captain and run the Jihan. I will speak to this. I thought I would run by this with you two first, see what your opinions are. Without your men, this won't happen.
I am torn. I'm very torn about this. I'm very close to the Lannisters. I think they are a great family. They have done quite well to secure their foothold in Kymel. They have been part of the dinner table at the great family's behest for hundreds and hundreds of years now. Ever since I was little. Even in that weakened state, they always have something up their sleeve. They would never leave themselves defenseless even after an attack. Many people have attempted to attack Kymel over the years. With little success. I don't think a coup would be very likely. I think it could be smart if played right, but I just don't think it's likely.
That is true. It's just an idea. As if
Yes! All ideas! Good idea starts with opening of mouth door. Yes.
how we should go by this if we are to make this plan in action.
I'm like very drunk, so I don't going on. I like ideas, though. I like ideas from big, smart people.
Sideways, you might see me twice as taller than you.
I walk into the room and
Darren and Tywin had a very iron-fisted control Kymel number of years now. There was a coup about 5 decades ago in Kymel. And this is when their military wasn't even built up as far. They actually had to call... They called in National Guards from... and the coup was still suppressed in a matter of days.
Was it the people, or was it actually like an organization?
The people.
Taxes?
Hard to say. A lot of the information out of Kymel was suppressed. It was twisted and torn. A lot of the information we couldn't trust. There were varying accounts of what was going on and who started it and how long it was going on for. The only thing we know for sure is that someone or a group decided to rise up against Tywin. This is before Darren's time. Decided to rise up against Tywin, and they would attempt to take the throne by force and oust the Lannisters. A lot of stuff happened in the middle. Not sure what happened because of this information coming out. A few days later, we were marching through the city, and there was ease. There weren't a lot of people out on the street. It was a lot of guards, heavy Lannister presence, along with some troops from the Aemon army. I will say this: political ties run very deep in this continent. Ever since the great houses combined together to defeat the last great human king.
Great human king.
Yes. So,
Excuse me for not knowing the obvious, but I'm not from this planet.
let me rack my brains a little bit here. So, with the riot, this was far long ago, long enough to where the history books have been skewered by earthquakes, fires, natural disasters, armies warring over information, burning it. A lot of information has been at the time in war. But just know, just several eras ago, there was a great rise in human colonies that vexed the elves and the forces of Singol, verdant expanse that stood for centuries, fell under the axes of creatures who lived only a scant few decades. The humans hadn't been on the continent that long. The elves were obviously here first, and then when the humans came over, in just a few decades, they were cutting about a third of the verdant expanse down, and they could make their own territories. The tensions did not rise to war, but the humans gnawed at peace like termites. As the first civilization rose on this part of the world after the calamity happened, there was a handful of self-entitled noble houses that arose in what is now Aemon, and established a new law and structure for humans. But unfortunately, like always, when you design the game, you always stack it in favor of the house. Corruption spread to the upper echelons. Power-hungry politicians seized each new and valuable resource that was discovered in, quote, their bountiful kingdom. They turned their citizens against each other, forcing them to fight for scraps while they took the lion's share. What is now Iman was a political war zone out there, and the greatest warrior of them all was this loudmouth, braggart, and cunning oligarch named Warren Drasing. The chaos and mistrust in him allowed him and his agents to seize power and transform the realm into the kingdom of Drasing, with Warren himself as its supreme, total monarch. Drasing was quick to sever any remaining connections to the elves of my family in Sindar. Every elven family in Sindar cut ties to. He made new alliances with some of our most hated enemies at the time. He decided to ally with the Dwarves of Crag, marrying Drasing's autocratic power with the Dwarven's immense material. My people were furious. But our ambassador from Singorn to Iman was an idealistic grandson of Yen Lara. Still living. She still lives to this day. The grandson hoped to resolve this diplomatically, but upon arrival he was apprehended, tortured, and slain. This was the final act of treachery that sent my people into arms, and it engulfed the entire continent in a long war between Yenlada's kin and the Drasing bloodline. Today it is known as the Scattered. It was brutal. I won't lie. It was a 32-year war, not long to us, but in human years, at the time at least, this was about half the average lifespan of a human. To a lot of people on the continent, it's also known as the Time of Shrouds. The war spanned from the Cliffkeep Mountains into parts of even the Verdant Expanse, with human colonies spreading throughout the territories. Settlements, towns, and cities had no means of long-range communication. There was no magic yet. There was no magic to send messages back to each other like we have now. Hadn't been invented yet. So, what did that mean for Drasing? Well, he was able to attack each one with little resistance. Every settlement he attacked had no idea that he was coming for them. He taught his soldiers to infiltrate their enemy, listening from shadows to uncover their weaknesses, determining the best point of attack, and how to best destroy the morale of any insurgents. This is where the class. Now, today, the class obviously doesn't run under Drasing's rule, but they keep a lot of his ideals, infiltrating the enemy and finding their weaknesses to determine how exactly they should go about each attack. Cities crumbled beneath the shadow of his rule. The lights within settlements of humans and wood elves alike were snuffed out. And this creeping brutality lasted more than 9 years. The king eventually sent his troops to what was believed to be the nearly abandoned village of Tortil, rumored to be a haven for refugees. My people had been keeping a lot of the refugees there. But we knew he would be there. We knew he would arrive. When he led his people throughout what looked like a ghost town, they scattered about to look for survivors. When they regrouped in the town square, he delivered. It still gives me goosebumps when I hear this story from my family. He delivered an awe-inspiring speech to his people on the utility of fear and shadow and worthwhile victory. It was at the height of his arrogance that the first arrow was struck, followed shortly by a volley that clouded the sky above. After 9 years of darkness and slaughter, It looked like our wood elves and the rebellious humans of the scattered colonies would join forces and form an alliance on their outside the need for civil agreements or political treaties. After Drasing fell, his first successor and son, Nemenar Drasing, rose. Nemenar shunned the brutal methods of his father, instead finding his interest in more sinister practice. He became known as Nemenar the Black-Fingered, as his dabbling in necromancy left one arm withered and useless. It is from him we banned necromancy and crossed the continent. It was our first unified decision as dwarves, elves, and humans. However, his militarization, infernal magics, and even forbidden rites elevated the threat of his war machine. He led his army to the town of Tortil, where his father was executed to exact revenge. In the town square, he piled bodies upon bodies, elven and human traders alike, to make pyres that lit the night. Tortil was burned to ash. By far the darkest days of the scattered war were during Nemenar's rule. He introduced bloody tactics and magic to fuel his soldiers beyond human beings, leaving their bodies altered and mutilated by foul, dark necromantic magics. Their minds became warped, twisted, to favor mindless bloodshed and domination. But we found a hero amongst everyone else. Before we found that hero, Dressing's forces were the perfect weapons of war. Even their ranks were blessed by the unholy touch of one of the betrayer gods, known as the Strife. It was in this dark time that we found one human rise to the occasion. In the harried streets of Sindorn, there was Zan Taldora. Zan was a mighty warrior, inspirational. He rallied all the broken ranks of our resistance. He lured Nemenar and his into the mysterious brush of the verdant expanse no human would ever trek, because they know it is Allah who know it best. It was a realm where Fey magic worked in our favor. Having unleashed their forces upon what they thought was the Singornian outpost known as the Shifting Keep, our illusionary magic of the locale left the army without a target they couldn't see. Of course, the Shifting Keep was there, but because of our illusionary magic, to them it was nothing. It was just empty. No city, no outpost, no town, or nothing. The retribution of the forest merged with the weapons of Zan's warriors. Zan was the first human, I believe, in history that merged with our Fey magic. He struck with enough ferocity that Nemenar and his frightened soldiers were crushed, finally signaling a shift in the tides. As word of his defeat and death spread, hope finally grew for all the oppressed people of the realm.
This class is just a remnant.
You could say that. They hold the ideas of Dressing, but they do not look to him as a god.
They still pose a problem to his retribution, right?
They don't fight for him, per se. They just hold his ideals in their creed. But they don't use the brutish methods that they've used. Sure, we've had our run-ins with the class over the years, but they have not been They have not been our enemy, by no means.
What are their goal?
They play their actions close to the chest. It's hard to say without being a member of the class to accurately say exactly what the goal is. I'm not sure. They work with Iman. They work with Iman sometimes for the greater good, but only if they're getting something out of it. It's very weird. I won't bore you with any more stories, but the war went on after that. But in the end, Zan and her elves, allied with our elves of Singorn, eventually fought off one, and that is why the continent is named Taldor, after all.
That is fascinating. Well, that's how the country came about to be.
Yes, that was. That would be. We would know it to be as this human civilization was just starting to pop up.
Jihan, I have. It kind of sparked me as an interest that you would mention the class. I've been kind of doing my own research about that sort of secret organization. I found is that they're holding a location down at Whitestone Bar, and a man's supposed to greet you there. But you haven't investigated anything else further. Saying this, I show him the location map.
Might be something to look into.
They pose no threat. Do investigate further. How should I go about this? During my initial investigations, they did seem like a threat.
With no threat being posed, darn it. That's a tough decision. I think this is one you'll have to make by yourself, though.
Yeah. Anyways, it is getting late. We should probably get some rest.
Yes, I don't want to bore you with any more story time. Kind of a...
But you would think about my initial proposal, wouldn't you?
Of course, I'll at least give it some... And with that, we will end.
Damn,
Possession.
Blue for bringing on the RP.